February 11, 2024. 6th Sunday of Ordinary Time.
Feast of Our Lady of Lourdes.
World Day for the Sick. A reading from the book of Leviticus, chapter 13. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, if someone has on his skin a scab or pustule or blotch, which appears to be the sore of leprosy, he shall be brought to Aaron, the priest, or to one of the priests among his descendants. If the man is leprous and unclean, the priest shall declare him unclean, by reason of the sore on his head. The one who bears the sore of leprosy shall keep his garments rent and his head bare, and shall muffle his beard. He shall cry out, unclean, unclean. As long as the sore is on him, he shall declare himself unclean. Since he is in fact unclean, he shall dwell apart, making his abode outside the camp. The word of the Lord. Responsorial Psalm. Respond is, I turn to you, Lord, in time of trouble, and you fill me with the joy of salvation. Blessed is he whose fault is taken away, whose sin is covered. Blessed the man to whom the Lord imputes not guilt, in whose spirit there is no guile. I turn to you, Lord, in time of trouble, and you fill me with the joy of salvation. Then I acknowledged my sin to you. My guilt I covered not. I said, I confess my faults to the Lord. And you took away the guilt of my sin. I turn to you, Lord, in time of trouble, and you fill me with the joy of salvation. Be glad in the Lord and rejoice, you just. Exult, all you upright of heart. I turn to you, Lord, in time of trouble, and you fill me with the joy of salvation. A reading from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians chapter 10. Brothers and sisters, whether you eat or drink, or whatever you do, do everything for the glory of God. Avoid giving offense, whether to the Jews or Greeks or the Church of God. Just as I try to please everyone in every way, not seeking my own benefit but that of the many, that they may be saved. Be imitators of me, as I am of Christ. The word of the Lord. Gospel acclamation. Alleluia, Alleluia. A great prophet has arisen in our midst. God has visited his people. Alleluia, Alleluia. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Mark chapter 1. A leper came to Jesus and kneeling down begged him and said, if you wish, you can make me clean. Moved with pity, he stretched out his hand, touched him, and said to him, I do will it. Be made clean. The leprosy left him immediately, and he was made clean. Then, warning him sternly, he dismissed him at once. He said to him, see that you tell no one anything. But go, show yourself to the priest, and offer for your cleansing what Moses prescribed. That will be proof for them. The man went away and began to publicize the whole matter. He spread the report abroad, so that it was impossible for Jesus to enter a town openly. He remained outside in deserted places, and people kept coming to him from everywhere. The Gospel of the Lord. Insights from today's readings. Leviticus 13 reveals the strict measures implemented in ancient Israel to prevent the spread of infectious diseases. It highlights the significance of ritual purity and the authority of the priest in determining cleanliness. Those afflicted with contagious ailments faced social stigma and were isolated from the community. Mark 1. This passage demonstrates Jesus' power over sickness, his compassion for the marginalized, and the tension between his desire to remain humble and his growing popularity among the people. 1 Corinthians 10. The Apostle Paul offers guidance to the Corinthian Christians regarding their conduct in various aspects of life, to glorifying God, considering others, and following the example of Christ and faithful leaders in the Christian community. It emphasizes the importance of living in a way that aligns with God's values and fosters unity and love among believers. Our Lady of
Lourdes,
the Virgin Mary as she appeared to a young peasant girl named Bernadette Soubirous in the town of Lourdes, France, in 1858. Bernadette reported multiple apparitions of a beautiful lady in a grotto near the town's river. During one of these apparitions, the lady instructed Bernadette to drink from a spring and to dig in the ground, where miraculously, a spring began to flow. This spring, known as the Grotto of Massabielle, has since become a site of pilgrimage for millions of Catholics seeking healing and spiritual renewal. The water from the spring is believed by many to possess miraculous healing.